Okay, what am I looking at today? I think I'm going to focus these videos on just the small portfolio. So, wow, look at the Qs, all-time highs again. I am looking at specifically, first of all, I swung NVIDIA. So here's a small portfolio. We are at 330. So we did about $80 yesterday. This was my only contract that I swung. I'm in the 152 calls for NVIDIA. So looking here, NVIDIA has gapped significantly. So I'm going to have to manage that swing at open. Something I do want to mention, like the best way to grow a small account is through swings, right? These moves overnight, $3, $4, $5, are going to be significant in the growth of this portfolio. So I do want to mention that. As for what I am looking at this morning, let's see. On my big port, I swung some Tesla shorts, which I'm totally okay with it gapping up a little bit. Um, yeah, I want Tesla to die, so that's fine. Apart from that, I am looking at TEM. I spoke to Solanke last night, and he pointed this out to me. Looks great. And he put all the reasons why in the chat this morning. But if you just zoom here, all right, you see all these pivots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe not 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. Nice PMG all the way back up and through. Took out a few of these lows. Wish it would have gone a little bit lower, but it's fine. You can draw your Bronning formations if you don't just see them. So that's kind of where I'm trying to go. That's the daily chart. So weekly chart. Ultimately, just looking for outside week, right? So if this is my target, then that should take me through all of those pivots that I just drew on the day. Let's see. Yep, see, white line. So that's where we are trying to go. The issue with TEM and the size of this account is contracts are a little spready. I don't want to be purchasing contracts that have too much of a spread. So let's look at the options for it. Okay, so I want to go back to where I'm trying to get to, 74.83. So I want to be able to buy something in that range. The highest I want to be going is 75, right? Because ideally I want to end up in the money. And this is specific to this ticker. My contract price that I choose is dependent upon the ticker. I don't trade TEM. Like I hold shares. I've never traded their options. So because I don't really know how these contracts move, I want to end up in the money. Going back to TEM, 75 for the weekly, right, is 40 cents. Okay. Where's my spread? Okay, so it's a $5 spread. This is not ideal for me. I really don't want anything more than a $2 spread. So I'm going to look at next week contracts. Okay, and this spread is definitely not ideal because I only have $300 to work with, right? Like $320 or something like that. So my strategy will need to be how much do I believe in this trade? I actually think it's a really great setup. So I need an actionable signal for this to go back up. When that happens, I'll be looking at buying the 75s. I'm going to have to swallow this $5 spread, okay? What I'm actually looking to do is make money on this $75 contract and then roll it into next week's $75 contract, okay? If this just shoots out of the gate, we hit 73 today, then I can reassess if I want 75 or if I think it's gonna, go to the moon or something like that. So I'm looking at TEM 75 today. that was all that I wanted to explain there. I also like SMCI. It's been having a little bit of trouble, but I love this gap here to the upside that we can attack. And I like this inside day. I like the possible outside week. Lots of things are going to be going outside week this week. And worst that can really happen for me on SMCI is that we don't go outside week, but we have a really strong fail 2 down. And I just go into next week with SMCI contracts. So looking at SMCI today. Also, I know there was one more. I'm going to have to probably flip through to find it. All of this shit was swings. Like should have been for this portfolio. Just, you know, I talked about getting shaken out of AMD. Very unfortunate. Not Apple. So my internet is slow. I wish it weren't. Okay. Wow, Palantir did great. Hood is amazing. Microsoft. Maybe there wasn't another one. I thought there was one more that I was interested in. Oh, App. I like App. It just doesn't have anything actionable for me to hop in now. A little late. So with this type of portfolio, I just want to be focused on ideal setups and entries. So that's what we will be doing. I also wanted to trade QCOM. Okay, so TEM and SMCI are where I'm going to be focused today. I know someone in another Discord that I'm in mentioned Quantum. I don't even see pre-market line. So, oh, wow. I don't know how you get into that. It's all the way up here. So, okay, that is what I'm looking at this morning.